Today we're making the coziest sausage tortellini soup. It's just so easy to make and it tastes amazing. Hello friends, my name is Christina. I'm with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my kitchen. My sister Carrie and I are on a mission to teach anyone how to make a delicious meal at home on a budget. And it's officially soup season, guys. It's fall. It's cold. It's time for all the soups. And today we have a brand new one for you. It is so good. When we created this recipe, I sent the leftovers with my husband to work and everybody has been asking when it's going to go live because it is that good, friends. All right, I have linked this recipe in the description below, so make sure you check it out. And if you love soups as much as we do, I have also linked our digital cookbook. It's called Souptember, but you can still get it if you want all the soups, even though it's not September anymore. So check that out as well. This recipe is a stovetop recipe and most of it's done, but first we got to get our veggies ready. Of course, we can't have a delicious, amazing soup without onion. For this recipe, we're going to do one whole yellow onion and we're going to have it diced up. So if you've been following us for a while, you know that we love our handy dandy veggie chopper. I'm going to be using that today. Has a little insert. I just keep it to keep all the pieces together when I store it. So we're just going to set that aside. When chopping an onion in here, make sure you cut the ends off and then peel that outer flimsy layer off of the onion. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And then quarter each half before you put it in the chopper. And this will make sure that you get perfectly diced onions every single time. So when you put it in the chopper, oh, Rio said hi. Everyone say hi to Rio below. Make sure you put it the point side down and you get perfectly chopped onions. I think I'm getting like a delivery or something and Rio's excited. If you're new here, you may not know about Rio. He is my mini golden doodle. Carrie and I have brother and sister golden doodles, Rosie and Rio. Sometimes we call them Riri and Robro. They're so cute, but they're kind of puppies still, so they like to bark and be a little ornery sometimes. The only other veggie we have to prepare is kale. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a kale fan or not? I know people like love it or hate it. Honestly, it's not my favorite, but I love it in a soup when it gets cooked down and is super soft. It's just more the texture for me, but I like it in a soup. So if you're nervous about kale and you don't love it, you can use spinach or you could just omit it out altogether. We need about 2 cups chopped up so when it cooks down, it can fit on the size of a spoon. I've already gone through and gotten out some of the big stems. You don't have to get out every single stem, but get out the big chunky ones so that you don't have like a tree in your soup, if you know what I mean. And then I just bunch it together and use my knife, my nice big knife that we're obsessed with. And we're just gonna roughly chop this up. The best thing about kale is that since it's kind of firmer, it's super easy to chop. It's way easier to chop than spinach. Oh, I have another big stem I want to get out of here. There you go. So just chop it one way, and then we're going to take our knife and run it through the other way. Now, you can do this as big or as small as you like and you prefer, but remember when it gets in that soup, it's going to cook down and get pretty soft. So it doesn't have to be super fine. All the veggies are ready, so let's head over to the stovetop and get this soup cooking. So when you get to this stovetop, heat up a large deep skillet, stock pot, or Dutch oven over medium-high heat. Then add in a pound of ground sausage and then that diced onion that we just diced up. We are going to brown the sausage and saute it until it's pretty much cooked through, and you want to break it up as it browns. I love using this meat chopper. It's the best tool to break up the beef as it cooks. Once you initially break it up, I recommend that you get it in somewhat of a thin layer and let it sit for a couple minutes to get nice and browned, and then break it up further from there. It's been browning for a bit, so now I'm going to go ahead and break it up a little bit. You just want to see how it has that nice brown, dark brown on the sausage. That's just going to give it a lot of flavor. So that's why we like to let it sit to make sure it gets that flavor, and we're getting it on the onions as well. Once it's brown, drain off any excess grease if yours has any. I just checked mine and it's actually looking pretty good. So no draining needed for me. Woohoo! Now we're going to add in 1 tablespoon minced garlic, or you can do 3 cloves fresh minced garlic if you prefer. Just let that cook for about a minute or two until you can start to smell the garlic. We like to call that activating the garlic. I switched to this little spoon just because I'm not chopping anymore. I love this thing. It's like a spoon / spatula, and I use it all the time. It's amazing. Stir in a 1/2 cup all-purpose flour. We're going to let this cook for 1 to 2 minutes over. We're still on medium-high heat, and that's just to kind of take the raw flour taste off. We're going to use this to make a roux for our soup, but we like to let it cook just a little bit to kind of get that, I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like a chocolatey flavor out of the flour. Now it's time to add the seasonings. We're going to start with 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, and then 1/4 teaspoon red pepper flakes. Now, if you're sensitive to spice, you can omit it, but it's just a little bit and it really enhances the flavor. Now add in 4 cups chicken broth, or 1 32-ounce carton, which is about the size of this. Get it all added, and then use your spatula to scrape the bottom of the pan so that there's any brown bits left from the sausage. It'll go into that soup and add amazing flavor. Then add in 1 cup water. We're going to bring this mixture to a boil, so turn the heat up on your stove to high. Once it's boiling, reduce the heat down to medium-low because we want to cook it. We want to simmer it. Now we're going to add in the tortellini. This is the brand that I'm using, but you can use any that you like. You need about 9 ounces. And you want to cook it based on how long it says on the package. My package says 3 minutes. Some say about 3 to 5. And then add in that chopped kale, and we're going to let that cook with the tortellini as well. Just going to stir to get that kale down into the liquid so it cooks beautifully, and just let it simmer on medium-low heat for a few minutes until those tortellinis are tender. Once the tortellini is cooked through and tender, add 1 cup heavy cream. Stir in this cream and let this heat through for a few minutes, just until it's all combined and heated through. And then that's it. Once it's heated through, it's ready to serve. Look how beautiful it already looks. Oh, time for my favorite part, taste testing. Ooh, look at this. Okay. Have you guys seen this ladle yet, where this one isn't very soupy, but it kind of has the holes on the other side? If your soup is too liquidy, you can drain some off. It's kind of neat. But this one is kind of thicker because we made that roux with the flour, so you don't even have to worry about it. Now, this is a hearty soup, guys. This is comfort food at the next level, so you don't have to serve it with much. I would serve it as is. I like a nice crusty bread with my soup, but honestly, you don't even need that. It's very filling and it's packed with flavor. All right. Delicious. Carrie just took a bite and said, it's so sausagey. Well, it's in the name, guys. Sausage Tortellini Soup. So if you don't like sausage, don't worry. This would be delicious with ground beef, ground pork, ground chicken, ground turkey, anything ground. Now, I love the flavor that sausage gives it, so go with that if you're a fan. All right, guys, I'm out of here. It's dinner time, and I got some soup to enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me today in my kitchen. I have loved having you guys here. I cannot wait to hear what you think of this recipe. So when you try it out, make sure you let us know in the comments below what you think. Also, don't forget, like and subscribe so you never miss a recipe. We're coming up on holiday season, aka lots of cooking time. So make sure you're following along, because we're going to help you get through the holidays with flying colors and make delicious food at home that everyone's going to rave about. All right, guys, I am out of here. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next time. Until then, don't forget, eat at home by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.